Just graveyard girl things. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am talking all about my tattoos and all about my piercings. And I asked you guys what you would like to see first from me video-wise on Twitter. So this won by, I would say a landslide, but it was a very close poll, okay? So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can be part of those and basically decide what I film next. So yeah. Anyways, today we are talking all about tattoos and piercings, and I guess I will just start off with my tattoos. Also, I have all of my piercings in right now that I have for the first time in years. So I'm feeling very pierced right now. Very pierced and very pleased to be here, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start off with my very first tattoo that I ever got, which was this tattoo that says, "I am happy." I'll focus it for you. But I just wanna say, this being my first tattoo, terrible decision on placement. I mean, the guy just notified me when I was getting it, like, yo, do you really want this there? Because finger tattoos are the #1 place that is gonna bleed and like kind of run the ink will, and you know, the skin on your hands is the quickest to grow back, and so it'll just like kind of grow over the skin and it's gonna fade and it's gonna look weird at sometimes. And he was just basically being like, I mean, if you're paying me, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna be like happy about it, you know? And I was just like, well, sir, I don't want it anywhere else. So I just got it there, which was a dumb decision because as you can see, they do fade. And my like letters on the ends, like this looks like a fucking exclamation point. Like whenever people ask me if they should get finger tattoos or I recommend them, I'm like, honestly, no. Like, it wasn't that great of a decision, but I still love it. Like, I love the tattoo and you can still read it fine. But yeah, my sister got hers here and even that is kind of fading away at the bottom. So I would have spaced the letters out more evenly, and so they wouldn't like bleed together or look all fucking weird. And I also probably just wouldn't have gotten it on my fingers if I were to do it again. But what can you do? Tattoos, man. First one. So yeah, this was matching with my sister, and she actually got another one that same night that we got them, but I only had this little one. And it's also so easy to hide. Like for my first tattoo, I didn't know if my parents were gonna be approving or disapproving or get angry at me. And I think I was 18. No, I was definitely 18 because you have to be unless there's somebody present there to sign for you to get the tattoo. And so yeah, I just like came home from living in LA back to Georgia, and I confessed to my parents over a nice bonfire on our deck that I had gotten a tattoo. My dad was just like, okay, all right. I mean, are you gonna get more? And I was like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know. And I did. So the next tattoo that I got was this one. I'll put some more close-up shots of them over this so you can see the details, but it's basically just a hand holding a flower. I got this from Kurt Montgomery. His on Instagram is Kurt Montgomery Tattoos, and honestly, he's one of my favorite artists to follow, if not my favorite tattoo artist of all time. He's just such a stand-up lad, one, and two, he does fantastic work. Like, he cares so much about placement and what he's doing. He will never give you what I got here. Like, he looks at it sometimes and it's like, who did you let do that to you? And why didn't they stop you? You know, like he cares so much about his art, which is what I appreciate most about him. My lighting is getting real fucked right now. But yeah, he used to have kind of this style on his Instagram a lot more. I don't think he does the hand holding flowers anymore because they were so like overdone for him that he was like, psh, I don't know about that anymore. Yeah, so I got this in like fall of 2016, and it was my first like real tattoo that I loved so much and like, you know, put more thought into it and cared about the placement. I also, quick story as well, I had originally had him draw me another tattoo that was basically, I love his like naked women pieces. He does like a lot of nudity tattoos and sometimes like more pornographic tattoos as well. Anyways, I loved his naked woman pieces, and so I told him to do like a naked woman looking at the moon, and he drew something up for me, and then I changed it last minute to this, and he probably had like such a terrible first impression of me because like he spent time on a tattoo for me and I didn't fucking get it, but he did send me home with it so I could go back and have him do it for me again. I don't know, on my thigh or something like that. I was gonna say my back, but he doesn't really like doing backs because the breathing messes with his lines. He's very precise, man, and that's just It's what I appreciate the most, okay? You're not gonna get any kind of shitty work done from Kurt Montgomery. So now it's a tradition that I go and I get tattoos from him when I go to Buffer Festival. If he's still working there, then frick, I'll go back and get another one. But the next one I got was this little Georgia peach, because I'm from Georgia, and I also, funny enough, was very, very obsessed with the song Peach by the Front Bottoms in the time that I was getting this. And so I was like, you know, I want a little peachy tattoo for my roots, but also like that song. So it just gives me a little reason to smile when there's nothing to smile about, you know, Front Bottoms fans. But really, that song is so freaking cute. I was so obsessed with it during that fall time, and I still am, honestly. It was the first song I ever learned on ukulele alone and like well enough to perform it for people and friends and shit. So I don't know, I have like a lot of underlying things that attach me to Miss Peach, my favorite fruit. I mean, I could just name off a lot of reasons why I would have placed this on my body, but I just truly just think it's freaking cute, you know? And I like having them both just like on my forearms here. I think that they look really nice. And I really only want tattoos, at least at this point, and when I'm getting tattoos, like on the insides of my arms, because I like my freckles and I don't know if I want anything like out here, very like blatant and stuff like that. I like the smaller black tattoos and those kinds of things. And I don't want really any colored ones either, fun fact, but yeah. Okay, the next tattoo that I got from Kurt was this past fall as well for the third round we did, and Finley actually came with me and got a tattoo as well. I'll link the vlog up here from the day, but I'll put the clip over the screen so you can see what it is because it's on my freaking leg and I don't want to like, you know, have to do some kind of weird placement for you guys just to see it. But this tattoo had been in my head for so long. I had a dream about it. Long story short, I dreamt that there was flowers growing up from my ankle and that I had gotten a tattoo from Kurt, and I DM'd him about it because, you know, we're friends now, so we like follow each other and whatever. And I was telling him about it and I was like, next time I see you, man, that's what I'm getting. And so we made it a reality, and I told him, you know, he could kind of do whatever with the flowers. I just knew that I wanted a sunflower to be like the main piece. So then he did a rose and a tulip on either sides because he does a lot of those flowers as well too. And I love how they look like on his feet and on other people in general. So I was like, yeah, let's do a tulip and a rose and a sunflower. And like the sunflower will just be big in there. So yeah, because this guy is a little daisy guy. Yeah, now I just have like a bunch of flowers on my body and I think they're so cute and dainty. And I love flower tattoos so much, like sleek black flower tattoos, minimal looking shits. There's this girl on Instagram who my friend Ani actually now lives with. Her name's Mariah, or Pied Poppy? I don't freaking know how to say her at, but her work, dude, magnifique. There's so many people that I follow these days who are just insanely talented with the tattoo art in general, and I just want all of the tattoos. So that's why I haven't stopped, man. But I'll definitely pretty much stay consistent and loyal to getting my Kurt tattoos because I just love his work so much. And I think it's really important when you get tattoos to find an artist that you trust and that you would want their art on your body as like a reflection of what they do and what you appreciate, you know? So it's just very important to me to be able to click with somebody when I'm getting a tattoo. And like when I got this, I have to say it was so painful. One, because of like the bone, you know, like tattooing directly onto the bone. It was a very painful area. My calf was also pretty painful. These ones were like easy breezy, but the main reason that tattoos are so fun to get is because you're there for so many hours with somebody just chilling and talking about life, you know, like they're getting your mind off of things. Like I just love having conversations with people and being able to chat for that long and in depth and truly just, yeah, catch up on life. So anyways, those are all of my tattoos so far as of me in March of 2019, at least. And yeah, okay, let's get on with the piercings, friends. So first things first, let's look at my lobes, because I have these ones which I got done when I was 5. I got my very first piercing I really just remember screaming so loudly about the pain and crying the entire way home. So that could have just been my age and my pain tolerance, because I just kept getting more piercings and felt them honestly less and less. So yeah, and then in I think 7th grade I got my second piercing here on my lobe, truly because all of my friends were getting them done. All of my friends had double pierced ears, and I was like, oh my god, the look is so cute. I was also on Tumblr at the time. This is funny to talk about, but I would see, like, you know, some nice ear candy pics on Tumblr and be like, oh my god, I need all of the piercings. And so I went and I got my lobe done, yeah, I think in 7th grade. And then shortly after that, I went and I got my cartilage done over here, this little baby star. And I loved this so much. I was so happy to have this. I probably got this done either also in 7th grade or maybe 8th grade. So I was like, what, 12 to 14 age range. I used to get these questions a lot when I was younger, like, how do your parents let you do that, you know? And I really just think it's because I paid for it. And also my parents, you know, they weren't too harsh on, no, you can't pierce your ears ever. Like, if they had never let me get the first ones, maybe they would have been a lot harder to convince about the rest of them. And after these, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. So I guess I didn't really have to ask them for their permission after probably the 2nd or 3rd. So it definitely just depends on your parents or whatever, especially when you're at a young age and need their permission. I get it. But yeah, so I got my cartilage, and then probably the year after that, or maybe I think around freshman year, I'm honestly not really sure. I got these 3 all at once, and these piercings, fun fact, I had not put in for probably, I don't know, 2 years or something. At least it felt like. And I don't know how the hell they didn't close up. I just put them in today to see if they like were still there as like, you know, evidence to share with you guys of the experience. And I was like, holy shit. I mean, they still kind of hurt a little bit because I had to like pierce through the skin a little bit at the back. But as for the cartilage, I mean, like, they don't close up very fast. But yeah, I remember I got these done at Claire's, and I think this was the last piercing that I ever got done at Claire's. Let me just tell you that. Because not like they do a terrible job or anything ear piercing wise, but I was just like, I don't want to go back there. I'm gonna go to like a tattoo shop and get a piercer from there to do the rest of mine. And that's what I did do. I love the look of these triple cartilage piercings so much, and I think they're magnifique. And so yeah, as for ear piercings, I got all of those, and then I got my tragus. I believe I got my tragus before my nose piercing, but it could have been the other way around. When I got my freaking tragus, dude, if you don't know what it is, it's just like this little piece of ear flap right here. And a lot of people would ask me questions like, can you still wear headphones too? And you can, because I have a little stud and the back of my earring is flat. So it's like this basically, and then the stud is just right here. Does this make sense? It's just flat against that little ear flap, so I don't have anything sticking out and causing a ruckus with any earphones I put in. But anyways, my Tragus Experience, you know, all of the other ones were pretty much fine. I was like, oh, little shot, you know, it's fine. It hurts for a couple days. It clears up after you clean it. It's good. The Tragus was a completely different story. I have a vlog from this day as well, which I will link on the screen. I went with my mom and she like filmed it for me. And the lady who did it, oh my God, she basically connected 2 needles into this one hole, and they weren't connecting. So she was like, oh, this is so grotesque. I'm so sorry if this is triggering for some people to envision, or if you're queasy. But she was just like moving them around in my ear until they connected. My ear was dripping blood. Just so grotesque, so fucking gnarly. And then she just put it in and was like, all right, you're good to go. And it was like really fucking painful. I think I also had to go back and replace my earring because it was too small. So when it swelled up as the area was healing, it like sunk into the piercing hole, my earring did. So I had to go back and have a whole painful experience again of them taking it out of like the sunken piercing and changing it with a bigger earring, and oh my god, it was tragic, honestly, but I love it. And this is the only earring I wear most days. I've never taken it out since I changed it to this little like light blue looking stud with gold around it. All of my earrings that I wear, pretty much, I just wear all gold jewelry. But yeah, let's talk about the nose now. I also have a vlog from the day that I got my nose pierced, if you're wanting to see the experience. It's probably my most poppin' vlog on my vlog channel, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was just like that. I think my eye watered and I was just like, that's that, man. So yeah, those were pretty much all of my like facial piercings, things that you can see pretty well. But I do want to talk about one other piercing that I know that some of you probably know that I had, but I don't have them anymore. I had my nipples pierced, baby, for probably like 2.5 years, maybe almost 3 years. I got them done when I was 18 and I took them out around like 20 to 21-ish. And I took them out because my left one, and I've heard this story with many other ladies, lots of my other friends, my left one was getting infected over and over again. And you know, this might be TMI, but it would just get like, it was just crusty. It would just have shit in it on the barbell and stuff like that. And I loved them. I loved the look of them. I'm just like grabbing my tits and moving them like they're still there, like to show you or something. You can see them in my old hauls. I'll link one on the screen. That's probably why I got so many views. It's because I had freaking piercings in. And that's the tea on that. Freaking creepo men coming to my channel trying to figure out if my nips are pierced. But I get it, honestly. Curiosity takes you places. Anyways, yeah, it was a crusty guy. I didn't like the left. It was always painful to me. No matter what I did, cleaned it with shit. I went back to like get the barbells changed and stuff when they would swell and all those things. Like the same thing happened with my tragus to my nipples. Like they kind of just like overgrew over the earrings. And I've had that happen to a lot of friends too, where like you got to go and get them changed out. And so I had that done. And after that, I was like smooth sailing. Like I had them for so long. And then like, yeah, after fucking 2 years of having them, my left just started being really weird, and I was just like, okay, this can't be normal. And then one of my friends basically told me that she went to a doctor to get it checked out, and they told her she had a staph infection, and that's why her one nip was always crusty and the piercing was not ever fully healing, and that freaked me the hell out. So then I took mine out. And I honestly don't miss them. And okay, so let's talk about pain level and scarring and those types of things. First off, why did I want them? One, I wanted them because I thought they would be a cute little accessory to the tatas. They were, they accomplished that. I also thought that they would make me like more confident in my body, and I think that they definitely helped with that as well. And I feel like a lot of girls feel that way, like they give you something to like almost show off a little bit to your partners and be like, look at these like fun things I have. I'm so fun. Not that, you know, everybody gets them for that reason, but I definitely think they're like a fun thing to have. And yeah, when I got them done, I was literally in a room with 4 of my friends, and I just like took my top off, and there was just a lady there helping with the piercing situation. And afterwards, you need a bra to hold them in and on, like something that's not white, because they might bleed a little bit and ruin whatever bra you really like. But you need something to just hold the girls down and not be bouncing everywhere, because they will be painful for a few days, honestly, maybe even a few weeks, I will say. And yeah, as for like cleaning and stuff, I would just clean them in the shower from time to time, and they healed pretty fast for me. And that's why I had them for so long and loved them for so long, you know? And then when I took them out, I still kind of have like very, very faint scars on my nips from where they were on either side. And I'll just look at them and be like, oh, TBT, right? But yeah, I don't really miss them, honestly. I think my sister took hers out too. So did a few of my other friends. Like you have them for a period of time and then you're like, I'm just over it. But some people have them for years, you know, and that's fine too. I'm not trying to nip pierce shame anybody over here. I served my time with them and then I moved on. All right, so that's what I have to say about that. And that's all of my piercings that I've ever gotten. Pain levels for them, I would say the most painful was my tragus, probably because it was pierced so terribly, and then the nips, and then, you know, like maybe the nose and the ears. And then as for my tattoos, fingers, very painful, and then my calf was probably the more painful out of the rest of them that I got from Kurt. But yeah, man, I hope that I can do like an updated one of these, you know, through the years maybe, so I can see as my body art keeps growing, because I plan on getting more tattoos at least. I don't know about piercings. I haven't really gotten any new ones in a while, and I'm not really tempted to. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for voting on this video, because I totally wasn't gonna film it until it just came to my mind today, and I was like, I've been meaning to do that. So yeah, thanks for suggesting this. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Ring the notifications bell if you would like to be notified when I upload. And until the next upload, stay smiling. Bye guys.
In my aching hands, running down your spine, you said you loved me.